Good morning in there out there. From in here out here, and welcome to the Sentimentalist. I'm Mark. Better start with a slurp. Here, slurp. Oh, boy, that's good. Whew, is it cold here? 0. Right on 0. Yeah. Isn't that something? Right on 0. Ah, look who's snoozing right here, too. He's snoozing away. Aren't you, buddy? You're really snoozing this morning. Well, we're a little discombobulated around here. You might be hearing background noises because this is the 4th day that the electricians have been at work installing something that Julie understands and I don't, but it somehow heats the house by taking, no, it doesn't do that. But they're adding something to the house that is that is now in its 4th day. That's the best I can say. It's something. Yeah. It's something, all right. I mean, look at David James's wonderful thing that I keep here. Meredith, when she was little, couldn't say Christmas for some reason. She called it turfies. So the family thing, of course, now is Merry Turfies. So we're getting closer to turfies, and each day I get to open the advent calendar that our friends from Germany made for us. And we got here just in time to start right in. And each window opens with photographs by Norbert Krauss and a haiku, and a real haiku, not that 575. I already mentioned that. Beautiful, beautiful. We had winds up to 45 miles an hour. How about that? And they're supposed to start up again today and go for a few days. Just howling. Last night we had our, lights went out on our Christmas tree. We're still okay though, right?
We're going to have a lot of lights going on and off.
We're going to have a lot of lights going on and off. Yeah. Well, that'll be fun. I'll have Christmas music playing, and that'll be what our day will be, right, Viv? Boy, you are zonked. You're just all curled up. Wow. With a Christmas pillow by Abigail? Yeah. All curled up. So Merry Turfies. Yeah, and in New Wilmington, my little town, there was one person who just left the lights up all year round. Didn't turn them on once the season was over, but the lights were always there. I bet you have somebody who does that. Why take them down? You have to put them back out. And then the man who owned the lumber yard, Phil Campbell, he was already a hefty, jolly guy. And he was our little town Santa Claus. He would walk around, or he would come to the church for one of those lunches in the basement times. And ho, 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 everybody. It's a tough time of year, too, for some people who are part of our lives, because, you're running around and there's just all this jolliness and all this good cheer, and it's just everywhere you go. And maybe you're grieving, and that's just sort of puts it in your face, off went some more lights. We may be doing this in the dark before you know it, huh? How's that sound? Yes, this is going to be quite a time here. Our daughter Mimi is so happy. She's fixing up their house and doing it cozy her way, and it looks like her. Those houses you go into and you go, this is them. And boy, she's doing that. Yeah, I need a slurp. How about you? You need a slurp? slurp. Now that's what you call a double slurp. Yeah. Let me lean back, take a look. Oh, well, last night, of course, was the 5th annual reading by the Landscape Workshop that's been going for such a long time. And if you were there, thanks for being there on Zoom. Wow. It was quite remarkable, as it is every month when we meet. But I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just feel so lucky that these remarkable people write these original, visionary, poignant, intelligent, blah, blah, blah. Not blah, blah, blah. And poems. I'm not singling anybody out. It's just simply there are a couple poems, or a lot of poems that had the feeling of the season of the year. One that was very moving was Jim Alice teaches in the prisons, and he's also in charge of helping parolees, and there are 3 after all these years, finally. 24 years, 36 years, 38 years, and they're out for making a mistake when they were 18. And his poem was about them coming out just to his family and friends, and this huge welcoming and hugging, and him picking up his nieces. And you know, it was one of those poems that wasn't at all about Christmas, but was really a Christmas classic. It had all the stuff of faith and all the stuff of Dickens, and it was remarkable. And then G.F. Corrick had this fascinating, going to that Mall of America, I think it's called, and just thinking, oh no, 5 Starbucks in the mall. 5. And he sees this guy with a long gray beard sitting on a bench, and he's kind of leaned over.
I think that's still Jim, isn't it? Isn't that Jim's poem?
Oh, is that Jim's poem too?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it was somebody's poem. And that...
philosophy.
Yeah, that's right, because he was visiting his daughter in Minneapolis. That's right. And he sat down next to the guy and said, "You okay?" or whatever. And the guy just went, "Look at this." And it was such a comment on, come on, Christmas should be, let's go down to Francine's shop downtown, and who cares what we get, really? Okay, you can get what you want at the big Mall of America and all the box places and everything, but how about going to downtown to Jim's little store where whatever,
Didn't see this coming.
I didn't see this coming. That's what she said, right? Yeah, Julie just said.
I'm trying to remember which philosopher it was that the guy runs into. Anyway.
I didn't see this coming. Oh my, yeah. I remember in our little town just what it felt like at Christmas in these little shops, these little tiny mom and pop places. And maybe you just bought Mom a whole box of paper clips. It was just so dear. And it just meant something then all over the place rather than didn't matter, kind of. When I was little, I was put to bed. Well, I went to bed on Christmas Eve, and then I said, "Mom, Dad, Mom, Dad, Mom, Dad," and he came running into the bedroom. What's the matter? And I said, "I don't think I like the idea of some strange man coming into our house." for sure. Let's see what else we have down here. Tonight we have a reading for Kevin Carey for the six books that they chose to publish this year. I'm the only guy. I'm the oldest person. And so that's tonight at 7 o'clock. So we just each read for 10 minutes, they told us. So maybe I'll read 14 limericks. 9 haiku. I don't know. What am I saying? I want to... How's our time? How are we doing? I've got about 5 minutes or 4 minutes. Okay, well, I can do this quickly. When Julie and I started the Visiting Writers series at Hope, at first there was a big thing about having a creative writing program, and I voted no. And nobody, how can you vote no? You're the creative writing teacher. And I said, well, not until we set up a Visiting Writers series and bring in top writers from MFA programs so they can see how terrific these students are. Our students don't have half a chance of Hope College versus Yale and Harvard, Swarthmore and Amherst. So finally, they said, okay, we'll have a Visiting Writers series. Well, back then, there was no money, and I would have to go around and say to the women's studies programs, can you give me $50? And I'd get about 5 different groups to throw in $50, $100. Whew! And then Dan Gerber helped me out, which was a great gift. And you know, let me tell you, I just got this week from the endowment people at the college. Just for the Visiting Writers series, we've gone from 0 when we started this to $125,977 just for the Visiting Writers series. And that comes from students who left here and MFA'd and are publishing, and they send in the money and say, I want it to go to the Visiting Writers series. That's just an amazing, wow, what a story. Well, can you hear the wind howling? Yeah, here we go. Let's close up with a little poem called How It Should Be. It was on a Tuesday, or was it a Thursday? What makes one wonder about a day when the day doesn't much matter outside of a crime scene? And this has nothing whatsoever to do with a crime scene. It has to do with Yo-Yo Ma playing Bach again, and playing in such a way that Bach wandered into the room with a silver tray that held a plate of macaroons, a flowered pot of tea, a bottle of bourbon. I swear I had fallen asleep, dreaming. But no, I had begun writing this, and I'm sure our dog had pushed her black butt up against me the way she does to assure us both that we are here together, safely with one another. She softly feeling my presence as she faces outward, able to be awakened by the quietest of sounds she's not heard before, and alert me with her wary bark. I thanked Johann, took 2 macaroons, placed them on a small china plate bordered by twisting ivy, surely hand-painted, a linen napkin, and slowly poured 1.5 inches of bourbon, neat, into a small but heavy glass. Help yourself to as much as you like, said Johann, and we listened together. Take care. Thanks for being with us. Be kind. Try to be cheerful. Thanks. so much. Merry Turfies.